Hello everyone, I'm the Mighty Blues, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Last time, we have begun the 4th class trial. We've learned quite a bit about the Funhouse. In particular, we learned about the structure of the Funhouse and the fact that the area is actually a 6th-floor tower, with Strawberry House being on top of Grape House. And in this episode, we're going to continue the class trial and figure out more about how the killer was able to kill Nekomaru.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
And the floor could have moved up and down alongside the elevator. Yeah. Creating that illusion.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Yeah, good luck with that, buddy. I don't think she's gonna be noticing you anytime soon. She's got her heart set on Gundam. And honestly, good choice.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Then hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent, Gundam!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
So which one was the fake body?
Wait. Huh? Okay. That doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. What? A dummy of Nekomaru's body exists. Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? Is something like that even possible? I don't think so, because then where are they going to get the parts?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body.
Oh my god, wow! Holy shit! Wait, Gundam just actually gave me a hint for getting that wrong. He's a mechanical organism. Meaning, how would you create a dummy out of a mechanical organism and still have it drop blood? Oh my god, I just not realized I had those swapped.
Dumbass!
Bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
No? Okay, never mind. I was incorrect.
Was actually a dummy.
Not the good night button.
Damn it!
Because I thought maybe the good night button, like you could press it and move him between towers.
Actually a dummy.
Is it? Oh my god! The same truth bullet can be used twice because we already used that before! Wait, wow!
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Oh my god, Kazuichi, you literally said it yourself? I totally forgot about that! I totally forgot that Kazuichi himself is proving himself wrong! My dude, she's not gonna bang you! Oh my god, he's trying so hard to make Sonia notice him that he's fumbling over himself! My dude, it's fine! She's just move on!
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said,
touch that. The parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too! I forgot about that!
Right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Great Town, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Fair point, Sonia. Again, I feel like at this point Kazuichi's the only, like, suspicious one, and I hate that. It's too obvious. I'm trying not to think that. But, like, everything is just pointing to him.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
She is serious! Kazuichi, you're messing with a true crime girly. Like, this is her passion. This is what she likes. You're in her domain.
You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
Really? Chiaki? Okay, when Chiaki is... like, when she's set on something, she's usually right. Why do you think Kazuichi's not the killer? Because he's my only suspicion up until now.
If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall.
Not necessarily the case, Chiaki. He could have easily done that in order to make it seem like he wasn't the killer, when in actuality he was.
It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken.
Yeah, but he's also trying to get out of this, so... And knowing Kazuichi, he literally just fumbled over his own words, so he probably could have just fucking forgotten. He probably got an ounce of praise from Sonia or something, or maybe got in his head and thought like, oh man, if I do this, I'll be able to be with Miss Sonia, and then he didn't even think about his initial plan. I'm sorry, like, at first Kazuichi wasn't my suspicion, because I'm like, yeah, he's too stupid to be the killer. But then I thought, now that I think about it more, I'm like, he's too stupid to be the killer and get away with it.
I see. That is disappointing.
I'm even more disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
Yeah, because it would kind of make sense that the tower would be able to move to each floor.
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Yeah, the tower is an elevator. A device like that? A device that transports things to different floors in the same building. It's an elevator! What do you mean? What do you mean? I have to... Wait, you mean to tell me I have to play Hangman Gambit for a fucking elevator? Are you serious? It's an elevator! Yeah, that was way too obvious. Why was there even a Hangman's Gambit for that? That was too obvious.
You must be talking about an elevator.
Thank you, Hajiman. I can't believe you had to play Hangman in your head in order to remember what an elevator is. What? Oh my god! Did they have no... What? Why? Why, dude? I'm sorry I'm getting hung up on this, but I cannot believe that they had no ideas for, like, how do we rope a Hangman's Gambit into this? I don't know. Try to make Hajime forget what a fucking elevator does. What is an elevator?
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator?
Where the hell is this elevator anyway?
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
Simple, they're fake doors. Which explains why the doorknob was ripped off of the Grape Tower door.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
It's to create the illusion.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Yeah, because the killer was probably trying to make it look like they didn't know that information. Or, hell, maybe they actually didn't know. Maybe they didn't clear the final dead room. Who knows? At least we don't know for now. I'm sure we will at some point, but like, yeah, that's probably what it was.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The thing that didn't change when we moved it between the two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they've all moved with the elevator. The one thing these all have in common is they were all on the floor.
See. Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change? And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer.
Again, it's to create the illusion. It's to make you think that you're simply essentially going from one side of the tower to the other when you're not actually.
The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about the elevator? There's no ceiling. Only the floor moves. You can only enter one side at a time. No. I think elevators are like that. Oh, duh. Never mind. I'm stupid. Okay. Then there's no ceiling. No? Sure has no ceiling, but it's not really relevant. Okay. So then what? Only the floor moves?
I see. So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator. Only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show? Why was something like that necessary?
So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality. Did you hear that, mon ami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Huh? Huh?
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
I was gonna say, aren't they siblings? I don't like where this is going.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Yeah, so they were keeping up with the illusion. Yeah, like I said, you could probably use these parts to repair the button, but seriously, hold on. If you repair the button, what's going to happen to the chain on the other side of the door? And then we found out that there was nothing wrong. Yeah, so they were keeping... Yeah, and then Nagito said you don't have to worry about that.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the Funhouse.
Oh, they weren't trying to keep us away from Strawberry Tower because the killer would have been there. No, they were trying to keep us away so we wouldn't go into the final dead room.
The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
I'm loving this. Oh my god, stay in the cuck chair, Kazuichi. It's where you belong.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter. I mean, it would work like any other elevator, but that doesn't answer why it's so quiet.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
Wait a minute! Oh my god, I just now realized. Because when Kazuichi was in the elevator rotated 180 degrees. Does the elevator go up and down but then also rotate again to create the illusion that it's two separate buildings?
But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does this mean?
I agree. What does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower would be the same in both houses. In fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through this contradiction? I'm starting to believe that the elevator also rotates and goes up and down. But I don't know how to prove it.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
So Gundam and Sonya have matching arguments. Sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct?
The towers are in opposite directions.
Damn it!
The two houses are connected vertically.
I gotta look at these. Because what's Kazuichi's account? Oh my god! The compass needle rotates 180 degrees while it's inside the contact elevator. I think that's what it is.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, I got myself a little confused because I thought that was going to mean it was going to rotate but then also move vertically.
Wasn't just moving vertically.
Oh, wait, okay, so I was misunderstanding the conversation because, yes, that is exactly what we're proving.
Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Huh? Me?
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees?
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side.
Oh, I didn't realize that's how it could move, but yeah, that's how it, so it rotated so it basically moved on a giant, like, conveyor belt.
Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
Again, to create that illusion.
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Haha, funny! Where are we exactly, Fuyuhiko?
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know.
Haha, funny! Where are we exactly, Monokuma?
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun!
That's not splendid at all! You're inhuman!
You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear! So I was never human to begin with! I'm different from these lowly humans!
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
Huh? Wait, that's the ultimate weapon? The ultimate weapon is just this information? Oh, and here I thought it was the wire.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my... I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
What an octagon means. A six-sided... Wait. Six-sided... Octagon is 8.
I see.
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Strawberry House, because Strawberry House was 4-directional, so it's a rectangle inside of an octagon. So the outer, I already talked about that. The outer areas would be where the octagon is. What's befitting in the name Octagon? It's probably right here. Strawberry House is the octagon, but isn't Strawberry House 4-sided? You're right. Looks like wait, you're right. It looks like I had a little bit of a miss. Wait, what? Wait, so then would it... Grape House is the octagon, but Grace House is 6-sided.
Crap!
Wait, what? What am I getting wrong here? Would it be here?
Crap.
Huh?
Crap.
I mean, I'm not surprised I got a game over, but like, what? Well, I mean, I was already expecting to absolutely fail this trial, so I'm not really upset that I got a game over on this, but at the same time, like, huh? Wait, but, so that means my theory is completely wrong.
This is...
Okay.
We will never give up.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Where? What? What are you talking about?
Here.
What? In between! What?
You're talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house? If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
That's a fucked up looking octagon! What the hell? What? I mean, that's technically true, but that is the most fucked up octagon I've ever seen! Jack Black would be offended! What? Oh my god! I mean... Yeah? Yeah, I guess, but like... that's so dumb. That's so dumb.
That's basically the gist of it.
It also matches the shape that we saw, but still.
Depths of the final dead room.
It matches, but I hate it.
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the Funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
So what you're saying is, they trapped Nekomaru in the elevator, and the elevator moving caused him to get crushed by the pillar?
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the Funhouse from the scenery, and then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The Funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? Why does it somehow feel lamer than it just being The Wire? Am I the only one thinking that? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who was the killer who did it? Oh my god, yeah, I still have no idea who the fuck the killer actually is.
Hiya!
Why, hello there! I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. Well, I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away! Oh, that's Monami. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monami is a serious I need to Google this word before I say it. Am I about to say a slur? That's hilarious. I actually Googled this word, and all I get is Danganronpa. Okay, I get it now. Stu-fatly. You're combining stupid, fat, and ugly. I get it. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stu-fatly, huh? Just, that's not it. That's not it at all! Stupid, fat, and ugly! The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be... Ta-da! Stu Fatly! Hello, there's a fat hidden in there!
Okay, everyone, all together now. Mon ami is a serious Stu Fatly.
That is so dumb. This is absolutely ridiculous. No, we do not save our progress in the middle of a recording session.
Hello! I hope your day is well. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
I never expected the Funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
The emotional whiplash this woman gives, and I am all for it. I love Chiaki.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
Yes! Now let's find the killer.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the building structure? Crushed by the elevator. Wait, no, hang on. That's stupid.
Crap!
Yeah, no, I misunderstood that completely. That's stupid. It would be... Would it be falling?
I see!
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the Funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That, I don't know yet.
Hold on. Are you implying that they pushed Nekomaru from the top of Strawberry Tower all the way down to the bottom of Grape Tower, and that's what killed him?
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Yeah, I don't know how to solve that, so I gotta assess this truth poll, or this, Nonstop Debate, because... yeah, I don't know.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Oh, wait,
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open.
Oh my god.
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
I need to make it clear so that they understand Nekomaru fell to his death. Looks like it's all up to me. Wait, it would have been the good night button!
You can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Because he wouldn't have been moving!
It'd be impossible as long as there's a moving object inside.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, because they would have activated the good night button and turned him off so he wouldn't have been a moving
It
object!
should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from, yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Is she saying that to Chiaki or Kazuichi? Because Kazuichi I'm okay with, but if you call Chiaki a pest, we're gonna have a fucking problem, Sonia!
Now you're calling me a pest?
Oh good, you're calling Kazuichi a pest. Carry on! A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru was still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Yeah, I'm not sure.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh god! If Nekomaru was inside the elevator, how can you create a difference in elevation?
If you arrange it a certain way...
Is it about time we went over the pillar again?
Nope.
Crap!
That was just me
If you
spitballing.
arrange it a certain...
Suspicious.
Hang on, is it the doorknob? No. Might have something to do with it, but I don't really know how. It's just stop saying because that makes sense.
Crap!
Okay, never mind.
If you arrange...
About time we went over the pillar again?
Is it the pillar? No, pillar didn't cause the drop.
Crap!
The hammer is suspicious.
Not. Wow, okay, so it's none of the things to agree with.
Crap!
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
No. God, I am lost.
You arrange it a certain way.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I actually had to look this up. I don't understand the answer at all, but I feel like it'll make sense once we see it.
That arrangement is...
I'm so confused by this answer. So what we're supposed to do is...
Oil on the floor.
The doorknob apparently is suspicious with the wire. I don't know how the doorknob and the wire are connected, but apparently that's the answer.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Wait, you did? I don't remember that at all.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Wait, what, huh? I thought the suspicion of the doorknob was suspicious because it was ripped off, not scraped by a wire? What?
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
You mean to imply... Wait, are you implying what I think you're implying? Are you implying that Nekomaru was tied to the doorknob, and then as the elevator moved, he hung until the wire snapped and he fell?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob.
That's exactly what they're implying.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair. That's right. He was suspended in midair.
I do blah blah. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, that actually makes sense. For the first time, I got confused on a Nonstop Debate, even though I actually had that thought in the back of my mind while I was doing the Nonstop Debate, but I had no idea how to line that up. That actually makes sense. Holy hell! Wow. Alright, that makes sense. Well, anywho, I think that's a great place to stop here. Thank you all so much for watching, and next time on Danganronpa 2, I guess we'll get more into this. I still have no idea who the fuck the killer is. I'm gonna be completely honest. No idea! I'm starting to question if it may or may not actually be Kazuichi. Who knows? Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Goodbye!